Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and thank you once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me this opportunity to test drive the Gundam F91. Gundam F91 is, I think, our fourth ever 5-star and our first mobile suit to be a level 1 at cost 750. It's also kind of short. It is a couple of meters shorter than the RX-78, 2 or 3, I believe. And yeah, compared to some of like the Char's counterattack era things, it's tiny. So it is pretty good looking. I always like the F91 design, and yeah, I like it. Let's see what it actually does. It is a general at cost 750, usable ground and space. Melee priority 2, space compatibility, so better boost efficiency in the like at in space, not at space. I mean, maybe at space, I don't know. Ballistic resistance 28, beam resistance and melee resistance also 28, range strength 37, melee strength 38, movement speed 150, high speed maneuver 230, so pretty high boost speed. Thruster gauge 75, turning speed 84. 19 slots in each of the close, medium, and long range locations. It as a 5-star comes with forced deploy level 1. So yeah, if you once per match you can spawn in as soon as your pilot is ready for 25% fewer hit points. So that can be useful, especially if you need to, reinforce your team in the last minute of a match, especially. Okay, at 2990 enhancement points, it gets 1 point of melee. 3910, it gets 3% faster thruster recovery. 4600 is where it gets its expansion slots, which will put it at straight 20s in all three. If you pay modification kits and DP to unlock the next level and get 9200 hanger points, you will get plus 5 melee. And at do it again and get to 13,800, and you will get to emergency melee defense system level 2, which gives you 10% damage reduction while you are knocked down. So that is not a bad thing to have. Let's take a look at the weapons. Oh yeah, let me make okay, yeah, I do have it set up. I did remember to register it for sortie. F91 beam rifle. It is an EPAC beam rifle with 8 ammo, range of 350, cooldown time 5 seconds, reload of 15. Yeah, basic rifle, does not do anything special. F91 beam saber has a power of 3000 and a cooldown of 2 seconds, pretty quick. Compatible with aerial melee, that makes sense. Its head Vulcans have a power of 160, 60 rounds of ammo, 200-meter range, and reload time of 10 seconds. No special characteristics. Visber times 2. Visber is, in case you don't know, short for variable speed beam rifle. Basically, the idea in universe is that it can fire either at a regular speed to fire, just more sustained damage Garrowby type beams, I believe, or it can fire very quickly, which gives it the power to penetrate beam shields. Pretty sure I've got that right. As always, corrections are welcome if I mess it up. Heat rate per shot, 75%. Damage is 1500. Range 350 meters. Cooldown time 3.0 seconds. Overheat time 20 seconds, and focus time is also 3 seconds. Must stop to fire, but can move while focused. Can also be used while jumping. Interesting. Normal fire suppresses, while focused fire will penetrate MS and damage enemy units when hitting shields. Okay, yeah, so the charged version has piercing and does indeed ignore shields to do damage. F91 Beam Saber times 2. Beam Saber in each hand, offering increased power and coverage compatible with the mobile melee program and aerial melee system skills. 2900 power and 2.5 second cooldown between swings. Mega Machine Cannons in the torso, 100 damage per shot, 60 rounds of ammo, range 300 meters. Yeah, Has ASL and high rate of fire, effective at destroying parts, which, yeah, basically same description more or less as the head Vulcans. Okay, here's the discharge version of the Visper. Power 950. Since it's a discharge weapon, I'm sure it's 950 per tick. It overheats when used. Focus is required. Takes 4 seconds. Range 350 meters. Overheat 30 seconds. Presses and negates some enemy beam resistance. And damages enemy MS when hitting shield. So it ignores some of your beam defense. It ignores your shield. And it stuns you. Wow. Alright, so the F91's beam shield works like the F90s that I showed off yesterday. It is a small shield, power of 2500. The shield has 6000 hit points. Cooldown time between swings of 2.5 seconds and 20-second overheat. When selecting this, your MS will activate a beam shield that can attack or defend. If the shield is fired on while activated, damage taken is reduced. Using a shield attack to repel enemy mobile suit melee weapons or melee attacks, except tackles or heavy attacks, from the front can knock the enemy down. Once the shield reaches its durability limit or is used continuously for a certain amount of time, it will overheat. No rapid combo, so yeah, one swing per... cannot use it with melee combo controller and get multiple swings out. Okay, so let's do a bunch of shortcuts. I'm going to put the shield here for easy access. Standard Vispers, I think, here. Other Vispers here. Wait, did I? Okay, it already had the standard Vispers on circle. That's perfectly fine. Thank you, brain. That goes here, and these go here. It does not have it yet, but it should be capable of using a beam bazooka. Whether or not we get that, or it becomes a separate version of the unit like the Zeta Gundam Hyper Mega Launcher was, we will see. Skills, and it does have a lot of them. Emergency Evasion System level 3, so it's still double dodge roll, but with a little bit better boost efficiency than level 2. Flight Control Program allows you to jump or boost in midair, reduces thruster use when you do it, and yeah, so that's not bad. Fall Prevention System level 1 protects you from stun in the air, which will keep you from getting knocked on your face. Glide Structure 3 slows down your drop, making it easier to pick another action or set up your melee attack. Like I mentioned, I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, for the record, if you hold crouch while you're in the air, you can just zip back to Earth immediately. And, varying your jump speed can keep you out of trouble sometimes. It's useful to practice. Anti-Blast Stabilizer, so if something next to F91 explodes, it will not be heavy staggered, as in a mobile suit or a tank or what have you. Melee Composite System 1, which combines Balancer, which lets you use a melee attack or tackle after jumping or boosting. And Melee Combo Controller Level 1, which allows for 2-hit melee. High-Spec AMBAC, which is standard space-compatible suits. You can segue into normal movement or other actions at the end of your boost if you do not change directions, only in space, and improves your MS turning performance. Maneuver Armor 1, so it's harder to stop when it's boosting. Forced Injector 4, which lets you change directions while boosting, and is very fuel efficient when it does. Optimized cooling efficiency. The thruster's initial consumption is decreased by 10% when boosting and jumping. It's not bad. High performance radar level 2, so it is got a 400 meter radar range. Flat booster level 2, so it is more boost efficient than the standard hold the jump button to fly while you're boosting skill. Same as the F90 was yesterday. Raise counter level 1. So that, when you have less than 50% hit points, you get a special counter. And it also gives you, yourself and allies within the area a small attack and defense bonus. or I think about 10 seconds after the counter. Sounds right. Aerial melee system level 2, which, yeah, you can use with the F91. You can use either of its melee weapons in the air, and you get higher power out of them when you do. 30% higher for using the aerial melee. Mobile melee program, which once you boosted for a certain amount of time with your melee weapons out, I believe it's only the twin sabers for this, will let you do the spinning attack. But apparently thrusters will not recover while performing melee attacks. Interesting. All right, yeah. And lastly, max performance. This skill can be activated after destroying a certain number of enemy MS or assists. Pressing the touchpad while the skill is ready for activation fully recovers hit points for all parts and temporarily activates skill. This increases unit attack power and mobility and reduces the amount of thruster consumed at the start of and during high-speed movement. So better attack, better speed, and better boost efficiency while that's active. While skill is active, stagger caused by accumulation during high speed movement is reduced, and position of player MS on enemy radar is delayed. This skill can be used again after time has passed. Yeah, so, the way they have decided to execute the after images with mass ability of the Gundam F91 is basically weaponized lag on your enemy radar. You will show up there just like a split second after where you otherwise would. So, interesting. I don't know how useful it'll be, but yeah, it should be interesting. I kind of wish they had a nice actual after image, like you were using like a super attack in Street Fighter Alpha, but I will take what I can get. All right, let's go. I put the normal training grounds up to cost $750, so we can see what shows up there. And oh yeah, also the custom part you get at step 7 of this step up. I'll have to look it up when we're done, but it basically boosts melee power by a percentage, which means it probably does not what's the word? It's probably like an overtune part in that it does not count towards your unit's like damage limit, damage cap, the way a standard part would. But yeah, remember the Zeta is taller than the RX-78, but yeah, F91 is, and of course it's a little bit elevated here, so that makes makes comparisons more difficult. Let's see what's over here. Maybe this will be a better one. Yeah, that is pretty fast. Yep, and flap booster. Okay, Zeta Hyper Mega Launcher type. That's perfectly fine, because, yeah, that'll show. Yeah, just, coming up about to the Zeta's collar. The Zeta is also, like, hunching a little bit with its, I think, to a greater degree than the F91 is. But, yeah, neither of them are just standing up straight. It is shorter, but, yeah, it's, we were talking about this last night when I was talking to some of the friends from the clan, and yeah, Nexo Hunter pointed out to me that the head height for F91, I believe, is like 16 meters. For some reason, I thought it was 12. I have no idea why. But yeah, looked it up. It is 16 meters. That is 2 meters shorter than the RX-78. So if you're fighting an RX-78, the F91's eyes should more or less come right up to like the flat part in the front of its yellow collar. Nexo said basically from what he's seen, though it may seem kind of tall to you depending on what you were expecting, the F91's height is basically spot on. But okay, so let's hit a general with this beam rifle. Oh, before we do, just a couple of the skills. Forced injector. I don't think it has quick boost. Interestingly, yeah. So it takes full time to do that. Okay, pretty good boost efficiency with the air dash because it did not overheat to even do just a short dash after that jump. Yeah. Okay. So let's check out some weapons. 2959. not bad. Here is the standard Visber, which, yeah, fires fairly standard, shots. When charged, yep, same thing, except it actually stuns and hits harder, of course. Let's check out the Garobi version, because why not? Oh yeah, since it ignores shields, let's use it from this angle just to watch that. Yep, it sure does ignore shields. Interesting. Which, standard rifle ignores shields too, or did the shield break? Shield broke. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see, what else is there? Well, Vulcans. Pretty fast. Let's go use those on the Hyper Mega Launcher Zeta. Of course, you can use those while boosting because they're Vulcans. Let's see, yeah. As you can see, it takes about 2 kills to get you to the first activation of the skill. It seems like, from what I've heard, the second one... Okay, yeah, 17 rounds was enough to stun that. That's pretty good. Alright, let's look... Okay, yeah, the machine cannons also... Machine cannons cannot be used while boosting. They don't stun quite as fast and don't have as much ammo, but if you just have a situation where you need to pile on damage, they are there. So, alright, so left and right, fairly standard. Neutral swing, okay, yeah, pretty good set of swings there. I'm pretty sure, if I understood correctly, yeah, the aerial melee is just the standard swing. 50-36, that's pretty good. Here are the double sabers. I probably placed those poorly, but since this is just for demonstration, it's not going to matter. Okay, left and right. They're left and right. And neutral is a pair of stabs. I think very similar to what the F90 used, which were very damaging. Okay, and a slash followed by a charging stab. So 1, 2, which did about 37. It's not terrible. I think I just broke the shield again. No, it's still intact. So yeah, that first one. Okay, yeah, let me wait until that, yeah. Okay, yeah, 57-62. The neutral slash, just like the F90, F91's actually stronger than the twin saber downswing. I mean, possibly if you land the whole thing. Let me see if I can find a bigger target so we can test that. Because, Zeta's kind of... It's not small, but getting around that shield for this a little bit difficult. So let's see what else we have. We have another Zeta. Is it all Zetas all the time? Nope, there's a Humberby, but that at least has no shield to get in our way. So 1, 2, and we did 85-20. Okay, yeah. So if only one of the downswing hits land, the downswing would not be as strong as the neutral. But if both land, it is pretty powerful. That said, neutral is more focused and a little bit more reliable, and as you can see, another 2,000 damage is not bad, but you can also recover from this quicker. So, and now the max activation gauge is charged. I'm just seeing it probably can do the walking stun lock the way that things like the Gym Dominance can. Let's test that. 2, 1, 2, probably, but because of the nature of the attacks, it's a little bit harder to do. Maybe with side swings? 1. No, your recovery from the neutral's actually faster. Yeah, see? But you can just basically keep circling something and stab it forever. You can keep someone locked down with that if you're fast enough. Hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate that once we go to the alive demonstration, but we'll see how my reflexes are doing today. I still never did land a proper shield bash yesterday, trying with the F90. Speaking of which, let's look at the counter real quick. Okay, the standard counter, just a kick. We'll look at the other one. Yeah, I guess we can do it now. No point not to. 40% health, just to make sure it's active. That does not give it any special skills or abilities in this case. Oops. Yep, still had iframes, didn't count. Just have to wait for my boost to come back. But yeah, as you can see, I forgot. The beam shield drains constantly while you're using it. So yeah. Good news is if you... I believe the hit points do not recharge until it has overheated. So if you just put it away, if you just let it overheat, you can get it back to the full 6,000. Definitely going to be a good candidate for shield hit point parts. Okay, I like that. Yeah, a couple of slashes and a Visper. But yeah, this will just soak damage for you in front of you while you're using it. And if you hit something, yeah, it will just stun if you're not intercepting a melee attack. And now it's, yeah, deactivated. All right, so, all right, let's look at, well, oh yeah, this thing has so much going on. I'm actually getting having a little bit of difficulty keeping everything straight. There's the aerial single melee. Here, just for demonstration purposes, is the aerial double melee, which has pretty good range. I hit the crate behind the Zeta HML's legs. I think if I had not even retreating, I would have hit it. So let's see if we can find out. Okay, that I didn't jump high enough that time, so it didn't take. Like I was showing with the F90 yesterday, you do have to get a certain amount of height in the jump to make that work. Okay, no, not quite enough height to land that for on a retreating slash when you're jumping. On a retreating jump, I should say. Active jump, though? Or forward jump? That works pretty well. All right, what else is there before I... Oh, yeah. And lastly, the last skill. You can see the posture changed a little bit. That means you're in spinny mode. Same as a lot of the other dashing skills. You can tell, yeah, like when the sabers changed angle slightly there, that's when that took effect. See, it did not work until for me until the saber moved. So yeah, that's the visual cue for getting the spin strike going, which it's quite a bit. And let's just refresh the thrusters here. And I'm just going to show for demonstration purposes it can be used in the air. For once, I know a little bit about this because I did do the trial token or the trial simulator on my other account last night. But yeah, basically when you start that attack, I think it might just kind of stabilize you in the air and you'll just keep going forward. Yes. So yeah, it will not, your boost will not recover while you're doing that, but also you can maintain your current altitude by using it. So I was a little bit too soon on that and did not get the activation. But speaking of activation, let's check out the max activation skill. Okay, yeah, the faceplate dropped. It is now more boost efficient, as you can see. It can just use forced injector all day. And you have a minute of it, and a little bit after it's been activated, you can use it again. There's that. Let's see, and wait for the thrusters to come back. But yeah, when this thing is okay. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's only the boost speed that is increased. Your walk speed does not. So that was on purpose, kind of. There we go. Yeah. The biggest problem I'm having is I can't turn fast enough to show you how much damage that's done before it stops. So, Visper not bad. Other Visper. I don't think I'm going to have time to charge it, but let's try anyway. Beams. Not bad. Okay, yeah. Okay, and man, the skill only has a 10-second cooldown, and then your activation gauge starts again. There's one. Okay, I was told it took fewer kills on the second try, but I'm wondering if it counts any kills you make while the cooldown timer is running. That is going to be our next thing to test, I think. And then we will take things live, see if I can end up landing a nice parry this time. Don't hold your breath. But yeah, this thing is fun. It's really fast. It is small. It has a bunch of interesting capabilities going on. We're going to get get back into max activation mode, and then see if the post activation mode cooldown gives you if during that any kills you get count as sentences I can finish. Count as towards the next activation. So, all right, we're gonna just mess around in this, stab some things like that. Okay. Oh, because I was holding back. Yeah. Don't hold back if you want the spins. The downswing, I think, takes priority over the spins. Yes, it does. Okay, no. What it is I am so used to having to let go of boost when I start my downswing, because otherwise it doesn't work. That, yeah, I was letting go of boost. If you hold boost to keep moving, even if you're pulling back on the stick, it will activate the correct skill. Yeah. Okay, and that is steerable. That's interesting. But yeah, 5 seconds. Let's start wearing this thing down so we can, not spend forever setting this up. You do get that little pause in place when the max activation ends, and I don't think it gives you any kind of invulnerability at all. So just like the Blue Destiny exam and all those things, you may want to. Okay, yeah, that's right. It's only a 10-second cooldown, so I would have had to have primed this to find that out for sure. Oh well, maybe we'll find that out while we're going live. But let me recover my hit points, please. There we go. And let's turn on enemy AI and see if I can do anything to anything. All right. Yeah, sadly, I feel like it's okay. Also, yeah, side dodge is just a cartwheel like the Cubelays and things like that. That's nice. I always like that move. And interesting to see it on something a little bit smaller. But Visper for you. That's one. Right. Let's see what we can do to this Zeta. Quite a lot, it looks like. Wrong buttons. It was ready for me, but I am fast, so I was able to do things anyway. So that's fair. All right, Visper, let's wait for the iframes and ow. And get stunned. Story of my life. There we go. That's something I hadn't noticed about the Vispers before that I should have. They have ASL. Like the fast-firing ones, the ones that don't require a charge. Yeah, they've got ASL to help you aim. That's wicked. That is going to be really, really strong. That's going to be scary. They can, however, also, as has been pointed out, be used while you're boosting. That's probably one of the reasons for the ASL, because as you can see, my aim was not quite right there, and it worked anyway. All right, let's go into max activation. Fight off some things. Max activation, just like Examine Hades, does not cancel thruster overheat for you, if that is a thing. Psychic downswing, or psychic counter tackles are forever and always a thing in this game. Let's see. Go on, do it. Oops. I should have tried the batch, but oh, it's two hyper mega launcher, and the shield is down. Okay, they have actually programmed the AI on this to be smart enough to wait until the beam shield is down. That's interesting. Like there are things that that the computer control behavior are not always set up for, and we're going to do the force sortie. Okay, yeah, perform a force sortie. I thought that was something somebody said like when they wanted you to. No, it does it. It does it automatically. So I was like, "Why are you telling me that? I can't do it." It's a translation thing. Nothing major. Yeah. Countered again. See if I can actually land some hits here without getting myself murdered. That would be nice. Right. And okay, knocked me right out of my downswing, but it was going to be a downswing because I forgot and hit the released boost again. Again, played a specific way that doesn't involve this skill for like 6 years, so it's kind of hard to get the brain to behave with that. It's just hard to get the brain to behave. Okay, yeah, there is a, that's not a great demonstration of how easy it is to hit with that neutral while somebody's down, just because of the because of the slope there. But ow, back, and yeah, my lower hit points for forced sortie are kind of getting to me here. Okay, yeah, that's a great use for the ASL because yeah, well, like you can. I was not 100% sure where that Zeta Gundam was, but yeah, I was able to pick it out with the ASL as much as anything. So that's my one and only forced sortie. So I've got 20 seconds here, and let's see, yeah, but this thing definitely has a good skill set. I'm going to try and actually get into max performance one more time before we call this, but yeah, this is a good one. All right, and there's the range. Yep, ASL is our friend. Want to shoot? You can shoot. Go ahead and shoot. Try it. Yeah, like I see what I mean? Like, they know not to shoot if you're not... Okay, it has a backflip, too. That's cool. Well, that the shield... Okay, yeah, the shield's down now, but that will definitely interrupt a jump. Okay, well, that worked out in my favor. Yep, I wasn't quite ready yet. Now I'm out of boost, so it doesn't... Let's see if I can lock it down. Actually, I swung too fast and it was not locked. Took the damage, but... Yeah, it already activated biosensor. So, alright, let's go max activation. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try the infinite neutrals on this here. I just have to get past that. Yeah, if I can just not be stopped on the first one. So yeah, that's just going to take a beam rifle shot, of course, like a smart. Missed. Unfortunate. Hey, here's my big gun. And you're dead. That doesn't help. Right, let's find somebody else. There's two here close together. That's not ideal. Neither is the fact that the shield ate that, but... And I missed that. Yeah, yeah, it is a very, I'm screwing this up left and right. I'm not making excuses. I am just not hitting what I need to hit to show off what I'm trying to show off. But also, it's a very particular combo, and if you hit too soon, it will not actually connect for you. So you have to be very particular about the timing to make that work. Let's see. Beam. Beam. Oh, beam from behind, so I am dead. Yeah, I'm going to try that infinite neutral thing one more time. I think it should work. It's just a matter of timing. And kind of a catch-22 because the AI will counter you, to death very easily. But also, to actually tell it's working properly, I need the computer to be in control. So, but we're going to give it one more go, and then we will call this. But yeah, I do like this. It's got a lot of abilities. It is a nice suit, and one day hopefully I will get it, but not anytime soon. I don't think, because I don't have that many tokens on me. So, all right, now neutral, change, neutral, 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 neutral. Yeah, you just have to do a very slight pause, and you have to get the swap rate, which I didn't. But you see the idea. And yeah, so if you're fast enough, and your timing is good, you can just absolutely, and assuming you don't get interrupted, of course, because that is the big thing. Neutral. Neutral. Yeah, wait until they stand back up. That's what the cue is. And as you can see, yeah, the only thing that interrupted me for that was biosensor triggering. Otherwise, I'd have had it. And still do. Yeah. But yeah, that's... that you can also do that with a lot of the faster suits that have multiple melee weapons. This was a thing... like, one of the first things to be able to do this was the Gym Dominance. Also, the Balanoak Saman does it, which is one of the reasons why there are just some people who can absolutely tear your face off with it, and some just never quite get it. I'm often on the not get it side. But yeah, it is all a matter of timing, which is why, again, timing is difficult sometimes, but yeah, you've seen the computer do its psychic tackles. If it could stop me, it would. And that is the infinite neutral melee combo at work. You don't boost cancel or anything. You just walk in circles. So one more time, because I for once I actually look like I know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna roll with it. And neutral, and neutral, and neutral, and neutral. This time, biosensor fell at a time where I was able to keep it going. Doesn't always, of course. So, Zetas are actually a great subject to show this on, because they are pretty good for showing, just how hard you can lock someone down with this. If you get them stunned and your positioning is right, just keep going forever. Hey, let's use that. Let's see if I can answer the question. Does the... Oops, caught me. That probably screwed up what I wanted to see, which is, do kills made during max activation cooldown count towards the oops, yeah. Nope, can't show it. At least not this time. I'd have to go for another full minute of just running circles around things. I don't think that's super desirable, so we'll just let it go for now. Yeah, basically, every 2 kills you make, you get to max activation. From what people were saying, because, yeah, somebody who tried the F91 told me it only took them a single kill on the second activation. So I'm betting that while max activation is cooling down, even if it doesn't show the gauge, kills still count. But yeah, that is the Gundam F91. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2 test drive. Let me know if there's anything I forgot to show off, and I will try to show it off. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.